One of the biggest things that you hear in order to get views on YouTube, be consistent. And speaking from experience, I know that that's much easier said than done. But I've also, over the last couple of years, figured out a couple of systems and a bunch of tricks that can really help you be consistent and efficient when it comes to making YouTube videos. And so the way that we're going to go about this video is I'll talk to you a little bit about my schedule, and then during it, and then a little bit after, I'll explain a couple of other tips that I use in order to be the most efficient. Some of you may know that I'm an elementary school teacher. So the elementary school day starts at 7:15, and I happen to be quite an early bird. I wake up at 3:15 every single morning. It takes me usually 45 minutes or so to get ready for the day in terms of brushing my teeth and waking up and preparing my lunch and all those sorts of things. And then around 4 a.m. every single day, I go and I start working on Minecraft stuff if I can. Sometimes I have to plan for lessons and that sort of thing, but if possible, from 4 to 4:15 a.m. is what I call a deep work period. And if you've ever heard of deep work, it's an idea where you put away all distractions and you just hone in order to try to get into a flow state, which is going to maximize your efficiency. That's something I'm all about doing. And so from 7 days a week, usually, to 7 days a week, from 4 to 5:15 a.m. or so, I will work on Minecraft. And sometimes that's recording, sometimes that's editing, whatever it be. I take one task, and usually it's a big task. So if I really want to get a huge chunk of editing done, then I would really want to get a big recording thing done, I'll get that done, because I think that a lot of people know that you can be the most efficient in the morning. At many times, other people don't work that way, and I know that, but getting that stuff done, that a really big task, that's really helpful, and it saves all of your cognitive input for when you can do easier tasks later on after the workday. And so from 4 to 5:15 a.m., I will work on Minecraft stuff, and then 5:15 to 6:15 or so, I go to the gym, I shower and whatnot, and I get to work at 7:15. So then I go to work, and then I get off at 3:15. That's my 8 hours right there. And then get home around 4 o'clock. Usually get back to work on Minecraft YouTube around 4:30 p.m. And I try to do another deep work session from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. As many days of a week as I can. That would be at least 3 days a week, but sometimes I get to do it 5 days a week. And I make sure, once again, sometimes it's after the workday, and you want to watch Minecraft videos, or you want to chill out, or do whatever it is, except for kind of a hard thing. But I try my best to continue the progress on the hard task that I had done in the morning. So if I had started a video, I want to try to finish it, or at least get as close as I can. But if I don't finish it by 6:30, 6:45, it's a hard shut off every single time. And that's really important, because if you continue to play into the night and then you mess up your sleep schedule or whatever it be, then you're not going to get as much done. So as you can see, during the work week, I'm only doing those hard tasks as much as I can. And then when I'm done at 6:30, 6:45, then I make my dinner, and I watch a show or two and go to sleep, that sort of thing. And that really has helped me with my consistency, I think. During the work week in particular, get all of the hard things. If you are the sort of person that video editing, then video edit during the work week. If you're the sort of person that doesn't like recording as much and talking into the microphone, make sure during your work and your efficiency mode that you practice commentating. And I've done all of those sorts of things in different waves and flows. There's been times where I've been like, okay, during this work week, I need to work on my commentating. Other weeks I've been like, okay, the hard task for me to do right now is just to build something really difficult or really big. And I'm like, intimidated by the project and that sort of thing. And so, definitely focusing on those harder tasks during the work week. And my advice to you, if you still want to be able to play Minecraft and chill out every single day, is cut your work hours in terms of the creative process, because even that can get draining, right? And if you feel the need, if you're planning on video editing one day and you just can't get yourself to do it, it's okay to switch it up and play some Minecraft and that sort of thing. But I would say try to be as consistent as you can and find what is the biggest thing that you want to really focus on and hone in on. Because once again, if you put away all of your distractions and really focus on learning that skill, that's what's going to give you the most improvement. Of course, not procrastinating, but if you do it in spurts, it's not going to grow as quickly as you might want to if you're really as dedicated as you know yourself to be. But it takes a lot of sacrifice in order to become efficient, right? And so what I've learned over time, the more that I've prioritized those tasks and the more that I've focused on making sure that I get a certain amount of hours in per week, instead of just being like, okay, I need to get this many videos out per week. I think focusing on getting this many videos out per week is going to lead you to burnout, because you're going to have a higher quality video from time to time that is going to take more time because you had this idea and you wanted to go on it, and then it's so hard to meet that timeline. But instead, if you're like, okay, on Monday through Friday from X time to X time, and then X time to X time, and on Fridays, on Friday evenings from 4:30 to 6:30, that's what I do, and then I don't stay up late, And the thing that leading into the weekends, which I think is where I specifically excel, and I know that I have a specific life, but and other people have different obligations, especially if you're a family member, you have family obligations, or you're a parent and that sort of thing. But what I've realized is that because I work 6 days a week, I work at the farmer's market on Sundays. So Saturday is my day off. And if you have a day off where you can really get things done in those windows, instead of staying up, if you're really passionate, I get excited to wake up early on Saturday morning. And so I still wake up at 3:15 and I start working. And usually on the weekends, that's when I get to do my fun thing. So I'll play Minecraft, early in the morning and enjoy it. And it feels like work, but it's also the nice thing. And it's, cathartic, and nobody's awake in the morning and that sort of thing. And if I start from, say I don't have anything to do until 8 a.m. and that's when everyone's getting up and ready, I have 4 hours. So from Friday night into Saturday morning before 8 a.m., I've already done 6.5 hours of Minecraft, right? And that's what makes all the difference. So for me, I'm a single guy and I live by myself, so I can then go to the gym after 3 or 4 hours of work on a Saturday morning. And if I don't have anything else to do, then I can continue to record and play Minecraft or do whatever I want on Saturday. And if I continue the grind and I wake up at 3:15 on Sunday morning and I don't have to leave for the farmer's market until 6:30, that's going to give me another hour and a half almost of getting work done. And so because I'm able to spend that time and it's just become part of routine now, and also because part of my schedule and that discipline is about specific skill acquisition, whether it be me as a commentator or as an editor, or just making things more smooth, or learning a new technical skill in Premiere Pro, or trying to improve thumbnails, or just work on something and a script, or generate ideas. All of those different things, being deliberate about that, I think, and definitely being a little bit more disconnected as opposed to being in the forum posts and, multitasking, watching YouTube videos at the same time, which is something I think you can do a little bit more as you get more efficient, and editing just becomes muscle memory, that sort of thing. And that's a topic for itself. But the way that I got efficient and the way that I'm able to be consistent is by just being like, okay, I know that at these certain times the day, this many times during the week, I can get this done. And then I figure out what is the tasks that need to get done in order to fill the time for that. And then usually if I work dog-heartedly on it, because I want to see the results, then the results do end up coming. And they end up coming more quickly than you would realize. So yeah, definitely disconnect is the main piece right there. And then practice. Go with an idea, and the more you have to figure out a new idea, with it, whether it be how to talk about it or how to edit it in a certain way, the more technical skills and the faster it gets to do, the faster you get to do it when you encounter that same sort of situation going forward. And you just get faster and faster and more efficient and more efficient. And eventually you can do it. Although for me, the first time I made a video ever, it took me about a month to make. And now I can make multiple videos in a morning. So yeah, it really does make all the difference. And if you love the process, it's totally worth getting into. If you have any other questions for me or anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments section. Or feel free to join our community Discord, where I'm much better at getting back to you. You get sneak peeks and get to know me a lot better as a person too. A bunch of wonderful people there. So thanks so much for hanging out and chatting tonight. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or a great rest of your night.